What's up, guys? Dr. Joe Roskowski here at Identity Physical Therapy, and today what I'm going to bring to you guys are the 5 best exercises that you can do in the gym to maintain longevity and to get rid of those aches and pains that you kind of deal with on a daily basis. So this is really for you if you're dealing with like low back pain, aching, going around the sides, maybe up the back a little bit. You have those tight knots in your upper back that you can't get rid of that run into the neck a little bit, or just your shoulders and your hips are feeling like older and creakier. Guys, I put out a video earlier about the 5 best exercises that you can do at home with no equipment, and for like 70% of you guys, that's going to be enough to start getting rid of those aches and have you feeling better. But for those of you who just love going to the gym and you want to see how we can progress this and continue to train without having all the associated aches, this is going to be the perfect video for you. So what we're going to do first is, for those of you dealing with like that achiness and those trigger points and tension in the upper back and in the neck, I'm going to give you an alternating incline dumbbell row. The reason this works is, number one, it's going to elongate all the muscles up here and stretch them out. And then we're going to get rotation in our upper body, our rib cage, our shoulders, all that good stuff. So I'm going to take these weights right here, okay? And I'm going to lay on my stomach with my chest hanging off the top of the bench, okay? You can see I'm letting my arms get pulled down. I can immediately feel a stretch right in my upper back. And if you're like me and you're just loving that stretch, you can hold right here and breathe into it a little bit. But if you're looking to train, what I want you to do is row one weight up and reach the other one down to the ground more, and then switch. So with this, I typically like to go 8 to 10 each arm. And I usually am going to start with about 3 sets here, just to get that upper back loosened up. But this is absolutely something that you can do, raise the weight and actually train it. So you're going to get a back pump, and you're going to get stronger, but you're going to keep the rib cage rotating, and you're going to keep the muscles around the neck nice and loose. The problem that happens is when most people hit back, a lot of times they're shrugging a lot, or everything that they're doing is bilateral, so just both arms at the same time. So that's what results in them getting stiff. So this rotation is going to really help with that. All right, so we're going to take this cable, and what I want to do is just step away so that we don't keep banging the cable column, okay? We're going to put one foot forward and bring the other leg back. So the back heel is totally off the ground, but all of our weight really is on our front heel. From here, we're going to have both hands down, and we're going to take this rope and bring it across our body, and then I want to punch over that knee. Okay, so let me show you a few times. You're going to bring it down and then punch over. So it's really a 2-part movement. So it's down to your pocket and then over. But when you do punch over, what I don't want you to do is turn your chest or turn your front knee to the direction that you're turning. No good. I want you to keep your chest pretty much still and reach your hand and turn your back hip. All right, so that turn of the back hip is going to get mobility in our lower half, and the punch of the top hand is going to get mobility in our upper half. So our rib cage is rotating, our pelvis is rotating over our hips, and we're getting good mobility here. With this exercise, I typically like to go around 12 to 15 reps, and it shouldn't be very heavy because I don't want to brace and get stiff. I want to be nice and fluid. So I like to go 12 to 15 reps, and I like to do it on both sides. Typically about 2 sets should be really enough to get you loose and warmed up. All right, and then continuing to warm up and get rotation and good movement in the lower body, we're going to do what's called a front foot elevated split squat. So I'm going to take some type of elevation. I'd rather just use a weight plate, and we're going to put our front foot on that plate so that your whole foot is supported. Same setup as the cable chop is you're going to bring that back leg back and have your back heel up off the ground. Now the differentiating thing here is that we are front foot elevated, and I said split squat, not a lunge, okay? A lunge would be shoving everything forward and dropping down. With this exercise, I want to drop straight down. So I picked a weight. This is 25 pounds. For me, typically I like to start light, especially if I'm unfamiliar with an exercise, and I want to hold it like this. This is called a goblet hold. The reason for the goblet hold is it actually will elongate the upper back a little bit. So we'll get, again, some relief of that lower neck, upper back tightness. But here, so we're gonna go front foot on, back heel up off the ground, goblet hold, then we're gonna drop straight down like we're in an elevator. I'm gonna stand up from there and drop straight down. Okay, you can see that I keep my front heel down on the weight the entire time. The biggest mistake you can make is letting that heel lift up. And then I'll show you on the other side so you can see both. But typically I like to do about 8 reps each leg, and I like to go for 3 to 4 sets. If we're doing this right, we should feel a little bit of tension in the back leg, but we should really feel the front leg working more. All right, so I'm gonna take that same dumbbell. Some people like to go lighter. On this 4th exercise, it's gonna be a staggered RDL. Okay, so the split squat works actually by opening up this upper hip area, and this RDL now is going to work on the lower hip, lower glute area. Okay, so if the weight is in my left hand, my left foot is going to be forward. My right foot is going to be back so that my back toes are in line with the middle of my front foot. From here, I'm going to bring this weight to the middle of my body. I'm going to soften my knees, and I'm going to do an RDL. Okay? Key word there is RDL. This is not a squat, guys. So a squat would look like this. We're just focusing on getting low. I am focusing on pushing my hips straight back. And I'll know I do this right when I feel tension or a stretch in my back lower glute, okay? I'm gonna show you this on the other side. So front foot forward, back foot back, weight in the middle of my body, and RDL. If I feel primarily a stretch in my front hamstring like here, that just means that I need to bend this knee a little bit more. But you can see my back is flat, my chest is looking down without rounding, and I'm feeling that back glute. I like to go for 10 reps each side. Again, about 2 to 3 sets each side. And the last thing that we're gonna do is a reverse farmer's carry. So you might need some space in the gym with this, guys. If you don't have a lot of space, you can go back and forth, or you could probably stand still, but the reverse walking is a huge factor for this. So I'm gonna take 2 kettlebells. You can just use 2 dumbbells, okay? And the biggest thing is I don't want you like up and bracing and holding your upper traps up high. That is gonna stiffen up your neck, which we're trying to do the opposite of. So let your shoulders kind of hang down without rounding. From here, we're just gonna walk backwards. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, humans are the only bipedal mammals, meaning we're the only mammals that actually stand up all day. And what this does is shifts our weight really forward because of gravity. So by walking backwards, we're actually gonna get a lot of relief in all the muscles on the back side of our body. So that's our lower back, our upper back, and it's really important. So I like to do this for 1 minute to 2 minutes straight. And I like to use a fairly heavy weight, but not so heavy that it's like gonna make me do that. I wanna be up nice and tall. All right, guys, so there you have it. Those are the 5 best exercises that you can do in the gym today to start feeling immediately better, to loosen up all the aches and pains and stiffness that you have, and start taking control of your life again. So if you found this helpful, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one. Thanks.